Have you ever told one of your friends about someone you were seeing and then miraculously it didn't work out? Have you ever told someone about an opportunity you were going to have or might have and it didn't work out? Or better yet, have you ever told someone about some travel plans that you were planning on doing? You just never took the trip? Or even worse, have you ever told somebody about something you wanted to do with your life, something to do with one of your goals, or something to do with just honestly just bettering your life, and for some reason those plans and goals never came to fruition? Well, that's because you told somebody. How y'all doing? You don't know who I am? Let me introduce myself really fast. My name is Dede Salah. I'm an actor based out of Boston and New York City. And I created this channel essentially just show me in the life, because you know my name's Dede, Day in the life, you know what I'm saying? And also hopefully give some type of advice or inspiration to someone out there, because I know I needed it a lot when I was growing up in my career and just in life in general. And the beauty of life is we're all experiencing for the first time, so I just thought I'd document my kind of take on this thing that we call life. And you never know, maybe something that I've gone through is actually able to help someone else in their own situation and make their situation even better. You never know. I always feel like it's always great to impact at least one person in your life. I hopefully want to give people a little bit more faith in this world, even though I myself have lost faith in people. So, not fully. I still, you know what I'm saying, this is why I do it, because I know there's some of y'all sweethearts out there. So, you know, I do it for the sweethearts. I do it for the great people. I do it for the nice people. I do it for the people that feel unseen, feel unheard of, honestly, are just getting the shit into the stick of this world. And when it comes to telling people about what you want, it's a very human thing, I feel like. We all are human, and we all get excited and energetic about the things that we're doing, especially the things that we're looking forward to. So it's kind of hard not to tell people about it. And it's also really easy for us to assume that everyone in our lives wants and has the best interest at heart for us. And a lot of the times it's not true. If you're anything similar to myself, you definitely give people the benefit of the doubt, trust them. You know, as long as you see good character from somebody, or at least from, you know, from the outside view, you kind of just start to trust them just a bit. And then you start to feel like this person's your friend, or shoot, even that sometimes almost everyone's your friend. And the reality of this world is that no one really cares about you. And even though no one really cares about you, I've always seen that people will not care about you, but for some reason they will care about what you can do. I'm trying to find a better way to explain that. It's really weird. Like, you could have somebody that you have in your life who doesn't really care what you do, doesn't really care what you're going through, isn't really necessarily someone that you can lean on. But for some reason, if you're doing better in life or doing good for yourself, that's when they start to care. It's really weird. This world is a really, really weird place. Like, I can't even lie to you. It's wicked weird. I'm still trying to figure out myself, but one thing I have figured out for sure is that you cannot tell everybody what you're going to be doing. I mean, look, it's a TikTok trend now, where they're like, don't let everyone know your next move. It's honestly a real thing. I'm gonna be honest, it's a real thing. And I've always noticed it with myself, right? Anytime I've had something going good for myself, something that I'm looking forward to, something that I'm really passionate about, and I end up telling people just out of pure excitement, it never comes to fruition. There's many travel plans that I've had, and they never came true. Like, for example, I wanted to do a little Asian tour last year for the summertime, and I never ended up doing it. Why? Because a bunch of random inconveniences ended up happening to myself, even though I was able to take this trip if I wanted to at the beginning of the year when I planned it, and then randomly couldn't do it anymore. And I feel like that was because I told too many people about it. Yeah, I understand that sound a little crazy. How does you telling somebody what you're gonna do somehow affect you from doing it? That has nothing to do with what they said. It's more about you. I understand that. However, it's something that I don't know if there's a science behind it. Maybe it's a spiritual thing, or if you're religious, you can kind of relate to this. Maybe like the evil eye, something. But that's just how I feel, and I'm just sharing my opinion on it. You don't have to agree with it, but that's just how I feel. even when it comes to my acting career, where I remember I would post on my social media like an idiot about some parts that I'm about to take on, and something that I auditioned for on the callback, and I keep people updated with the process, assuming that people actually cared about my life just because of the few likes and comments and feedback I would hear from different people about it. But in hindsight, every single time that I posted about a role that I was auditioning for, got a callback for, and was potentially going to obtain, it always fell short. Now I say this to say that, yeah, you can't really tell everybody what you're about to do, what you're looking forward to, what you're cooking up or whatever. But obviously there are some people that you can't talk to. And I'm not sitting here saying, you can't tell nobody what you're talking about. Be all quiet and keep it to yourself and be all secretive and mysterious and you're just cool person. I'm not saying none of that stuff. I'm just saying choose who you tell people wisely. And honestly, a rule of thumb that I like to keep to myself is I keep my number about 5 people max of who I'm gonna tell my business to. 5 people max. I'm telling them something that I'm really looking forward to. And even at that, I'll try to keep that number at 0 just because of my own personal trust. I have really bad trust issues. I don't trust a thing, so I don't trust nobody. The way I grew up, like in the environment that I grew up in, we was always taught to never trust nobody. You can always get backdoored at any moment in life and never expect it. So I don't trust nobody. And also just even from relationships and other friendships, whether they were platonic or not, I just see different things. When you living in this world and you start to get older, you start to observe a little bit more. I mean, unless you got it in you. I know not everybody's an observer. I'm a very big observer. I like to sit back and kind of watch the scenes and see what's going on, and kind of give my little analysis from that. If you're gonna do something that you really care about, or even if you have something that's really valuable, see what I mean? My words. If you have something that's very valuable to you, cherish it. It doesn't need to be shared to everybody, okay? There's just one thing that I've always said to myself when I was coming up in my career, because the acting industry is not necessarily the easiest industry to come up in. It's a very hard one. And one thing I've always delusionally told myself is that if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. It's the truth. If it was easy, everybody and their mother would be doing it. But the fact that it's not is the reason why there's not so many people that stick with it. And when I say that, I put that towards this topic of conversation when it comes to telling people, because it's like, if you tell somebody, hey, I got this new girlfriend or boyfriend, and things are going amazing, and I really like this person, and I think that they're good for me or whatever, and everybody knows about that, how great really is it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at it like speakeasies, for example, right? The best speakeasies nobody really knows about. It's kind of hidden. And why? Because not everybody is supposed to have access to that specific thing. Like even when I grew up, I would see the most popping shoe be so popular, and everybody's grabbing that shoe. But the second, you didn't catch that hype wave, it doesn't really matter. If everybody has that shoe, it's not really a cool shoe no more. And that goes with everything else. When everybody else has something, it's not really that valuable. And I feel like that should be translated into the same thing when it comes to things that you have or the things that you're trying to do. If too many people know about it, how valuable is it really anymore? It's not really that valuable. The things that are kept secretive, the things that are kept away from everybody are the best. I don't want to say all this to put people down, kind of make people feel like they can't communicate with nobody no more, they can't trust no one and nothing. I mean, I really don't think you should trust everybody. I think that should be something that, you relax on. But I'm just saying, be smarter about who you're telling people stuff to. It's okay to be isolated. It's okay to not tell everybody. It's okay to be a closed book and not really an open one. There's certain people that you would obviously have to be an open book to and talk to people about certain things and open up to them and all this other stuff. But you don't got to do it to everybody. The social media doesn't have to know. Acquaintances, work people, or whatever, they don't got to know. Really, the biggest and most important person who needs to know is anyone involved in it and yourself. That's it. That's the only people that should know about it, because it's you who's going to make it come to fruition. Nobody else. You telling someone, all that does is give you a little dopamine rush, gives you a little ego boost, makes you feel better about yourself, maybe gives you a little adrenaline rush, makes you feel like you actually have something to look forward to, a little bit of motivation, right? But it's not important. It's nice, but it ain't important. If you want all those things that I just mentioned, get the thing done. See it through. Accomplish it. Have it. Enjoy it. And then tell everybody if you want. Because now at this point, instead of it being something that's in the writer's room, it's something that's actually being celebrated. Okay? There's a reason why everything that's happening in the writer's room stays in the writer's room, and that everything that happened in the writer's room only comes out when the final product is done. I really hope that this resonates with somebody. I know I kind of just yapped here. That's what I created this channel for, just me endlessly, mindlessly yapping for no reason. But I have been told that sometimes when I yap, some good stuff comes out of it. I really wanted just to get the message across that if you really want to get something done, just stick to yourself about it. You know, trust yourself. Really lock in on what you got to do instead of just kind of chit-chatting about it. That's really what I wanted to get out there. And I guess maybe I might have yapped the whole time explaining it, but I really hope that it resonated with someone. If you made it this far, please comment it down below so I know who's actually watching my videos and stuff, so that I know if I gotta stop yapping as much or get straight to the point, whatever it is. But aside from that, I also would love you to comment down below something similar about what I'm talking about, or just like your own input on what I was talking about, because if I didn't get the point across, maybe you can. You know what I mean? And I like to say that your comment can really help somebody. You never know. So if you have something to add to what I was saying, or just you have an example, you have a testimonial, I don't know, whatever. If you just have a great input to put into what, just if you want to join the conversation, put it into the comments. I'll even join that conversation with y'all, because I'm not one of those people who's just going to sit there and let my comments kind of sit. I'd like to interact with y'all. I'm trying to build a community here. So yeah, if you like this video, please like the video. If you want to keep up with me, subscribe. And if you have something to add or to add to the conversation, just comment down below. Also comment down below what you'd like to see from me next. I want to kind of get more consistent. So if I have topics that people really care about, it gives me more of an incentive to, lock in more on this YouTube thing and stuff. So yeah, I really appreciate you for listening. If you made it this far, honestly, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, genuinely, I really appreciate this. It's fire that you made it this long. You listened to me this whole time and you still here. Man, hey. But I'm in the middle of a snowstorm right now. As you can tell, my hair probably looks like a snowman by now. So I think it's about time that I start walking back to the crib. But yeah, until next time, stay up, stay blessed, keep shining, and keep, stop whining. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff right now. But anyways, deuces, patruces.